hello viewers. Today with us we have an eminent professor and personality with us, who is a dean of VVIT. So I would like to, first of all, give his brief introduction. He is the person who has total 23 years of the experience in teaching line. So maybe most of us, yeah, are like of the same age. So he has that kind of experience. He has done his education from, he has done his BTech from Nagarjuna University in Electronics and Communication Engineering, and he has passed his first class and aggregate of 67% in 1996. Thereafter, he went to complete his ME in Electronics Instrumentation from Andhra University, and after that he went to Jawaharlal Technological University, where he did his PhD in image processing, Department of Electronics and Communication, and currently he is working as a dean of VVIT. His research interests mainly include machine learning, that's deep learning, neural networks, support vector machine, and Bayesian techniques, which most of the youngsters of today are very fond of, and they're also trying to explore this area. So he has a quite vast experience of these things, and those who are interested can get in touch with him. As defining his work and job profile, he has been ratified as professor by Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Kakinda, on 21st January from 2003. He has been also, received various awards as a best teacher and he has published one of book which is called Signals and Stochastic Processes with association with Y.M. Mallikarjun Reddy, and he has got like various research publications. I cannot name them because there are so many with us. So this was just a brief background about him, and to add something about himself, I would like him to tell like few things about himself. Mr. Sir, please, that I have missed.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Giribabu Kande, working as a Dean of Academics in Vasireddy Venkatadri Institute of Technology. I'm working in this institute from its inception. Here in Vasireddy Venkatadri Institute of Technology, we have almost 10 branches, computer science and engineering, information technology, and emerging areas in computer science and engineering, which are artificial intelligence and data science, artificial intelligence and machine learning, Internet of Things, IoT, cyber security, including blockchain technology. These are the branches which are related to computer science. Along with these branches, we also have electronics and communication engineering branch, and electrical and electronics engineering, mechanical engineering, and civil engineering. These are the branches in our college, Vasireddy Venkatadri Institute of Technology. And at present, our college is the best private engineering college, top ranked private engineering college in Andhra Pradesh. Okay.
Yeah, so you have joined this institute since its inception. So with moving towards the first question that I would like will be based on this thing only. Sir, you have joined this institution with start of this, from the start of this institution, and you have seen this institution grow from its beginning till now, and you must be having some kind of vision in yourself, right? Like at the beginning when you joined, you saw this institution where it was, and now it is moving ahead in time. So my first question will be when you joined, what was your thoughts about the institution, how this institution has grown in time and over a period of 10 years from now? How do you see this? Where do you see this institution at? Yeah.
So I'm with Vasireddy Venkatadri Institute of Technology since its inception. So the way how progressively it has been evolved into the current state, I know very well. I envisioned the prospects of this institute very early in my institution. The vision of this institute is very clear and far-sighted. It's not a magic. I know how much hardship, planning, and execution we have done behind reaching the current state. I was being the institute coordinator or in charge for National Board of Accreditation or NAAC Autonomous Inspection Committee from the beginning. I can precisely state that we are halfway mark in our achievement of our vision. Still a long way to go. We are exercising on it. At present, almost 80% of our students in every batch are placed in very good companies. Okay, and our aim or our objective is that everyone counts. So we are planning in such a way that every student will be placed in a very good company. And also, if the student wants to go for higher studies, we will encourage them, okay, to do higher studies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have been like at the midway of your journey, and there is still a lot of way to go. And I hope that those students that are coming in the future branches, future batches, they will lead this institution towards its goal. Yeah. So then my next question to you will be like, you are now currently working as a dean, and you have 23 plus years of experience as a faculty. So and that means you have held key positions at education institution throughout your professional career. What are the key factors that keep you connected with the education sector?
Basically, educational sector itself is a noble field, where there are several sanctified operations happening throughout the years, 24/7, which keep every educator at different pedestals to get connected with it always. I list out a few key factors as you ask. Okay, the eternal satisfaction of teaching learning.
Right.
The second one is the quest and serene space for research and development. Third one is the real innovation in design and implementation of curriculum for future generations. Fourth one is the practice of designing and executing the impeccable assessment techniques. Next, the art of serving the stakeholders as promised to prop up a full-blown technological society. And many more are there, but I wish these are the key factors that kept me connected with this holy educational field.
You have very well highlighted all the key factors that led you to be part of this education sectors, and I hope that the teachers, your fellow youngsters who are joining this noble profession, they will be inspired by your thoughts. So moving ahead, I would like to ask, like, being the dean of this university, VVIT, what is your philosophy of leadership? Like, your young fellow teachers will be joining you. How would you describe your leadership style? Like, how would you motivate them?
Okay. Being a professor and dean of academics of Vasireddy Venkatadri Institute of Technology, in any academic system, leadership is inherent. As a teacher has to do, perceive, practice, and experience before guiding the class of students or co-teachers or all departments of entire institute in any activity. My motto in teaching learning is to assist the students, stakeholders, obey the orders of head of institution, and respect the policies of management, and strive for execution of those policies in my gamut of performance. In an academic environment, an authoritative leadership with students will yield mixed results, killing their creativity, out-of-the-box thinking, and their passions. According to the situations, a better leader in an academic environment sustains by changing his style. Sometimes it requires to apply participatory leadership style, and certain situations demand an authoritarian style, especially while dealing with erratic students and faculty. So my leadership style is a situational or a hybrid style. After taking orders from my head of institution, I exercise on creating clearly defined roles. I allow all my faculty and students to know what they are required to do and what they will be receiving in exchange for completing these tasks. It allows me to offer a great deal of supervision and direction if it's needed. Faculty members or students may also be motivated to perform well to receive these rewards. But I allow students to go an extra mile without watching them to encourage the creativity and out-of-the-box thinking in solving the problems. Okay.
Yeah, perfectly well defined leadership, like you are the whatever qualities you have defined and whatever like the planning strategy you have defined, it is an role model to the youngsters and all the leaders that are present over there. So moving ahead, I would like to ask, like, as you are told about all this your leadership qualities and how you are working for the betterment of this institute, I would like to ask, like, what do you see, like, are the VVIT's greatest strengths and that are helping it, grow year by year and to, attract more and more students in the university? What are its greatest strengths? As far like you are also like, apart from you being the dean of this institute, which is a great strength this institute had, what other strengths do you believe that this institute possesses other than other institutes?
The strengths of our institution are like this: our training and placement policies. We start training the students even from first year. Okay, not only with respect to industries, we will also train them in life skills. So after completing their course, they are ready for industry, and they will be continuous learners, and also they will be perfectly learn the life skills. Okay, and another strength is our scholarly faculty resources. At present, in our Vasireddy Venkatadri Institute of Technology, we have 304 faculty members along with around 450 non-teaching faculty. Okay, out of these 304 faculty members, 76 are PhD. They are having PhD, and almost 60 to 70 faculty are doing for their PhD. Okay, and third one is we have an exotic campus, green campus. At the same time, we have state-of-the-art laboratories. So Vasireddy Venkatadri Institute of Technology is in Andhra Pradesh. In only 2 private engineering colleges, we have a state-of-the-art Siemens Center of Excellence, which worth 20 crores, more than 20 crores. In the Siemens Center of Excellence, we have latest state-of-the-art laboratories corresponding to latest technologies. Almost we have 15 laboratories in this Siemens Center of Excellence. And Vasireddy Venkatadri Institute of Technology is the only college in India which have Google Code Lab, which is directly established by Google. Okay, it is only another college in Madhya Pradesh, which is a small Google Code Lab, so Google has established another lab in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so Google has established Google Code Lab to develop or to train students on their latest technologies. Okay, and another factor, another important great strength of our college is we are IT aware and enabled and have enabled management. Okay, our management is IT aware. So we have all the students, they will be trained on latest technologies. Our college is conducting Amazon Web AWS enabled program, AWS academic. Okay, so students will be trained on AWS academic courses, and also the students will be trained on Google Cloud. Okay, such that they will be ready for the industry. Even in third year, they will be the students will be selected
in for placements.
These are the strengths of our college.
I completely agree with your strength that you have put forward. Most of them, those who are not readily available to the students on the website, things that you told, that you are not only teaching them to be a good engineers or a good industrials, but you're also inculcating in them the human values. And apart from that, you told about Siemens Labs and the Google Code Labs. These 2 things that you are told will definitely attract more and more students, those who are looking out for a better college in Andhra Pradesh. Thank you so much for this kind information, sir. Sir, now as you have highlighted about the strengths of your institute, I would like to ask the next obvious question that would come along with it. That is, what are the key challenges that you see for this institution, like apart from like on the other universities present over there in the coming 10 years, and how do you like plan to resolve them, to overcome them? Yeah, this will be my like second last question to you. Please highlight these challenges and your way forward to resolve them.
So the biggest challenges I see, both for higher education in general and our institute specifically, are right tuning teaching quality on par with the millennial student attitudes and abilities. The biggest challenges I see, both for higher education in general and for our college, are like this. Right tuning teaching quality on par with millennial student attitudes and abilities. Okay. We require foreign collaborations. So these foreign collaboration needs to be encouraged by bodies like ABET, NBA, or equivalent governing bodies. Okay.
Yeah.
And budding low quality institutes across the country, gap in supply and demand. Okay. And in general, the quota system like convener quota, NRI quota, like this, these are the biggest challenges I see in higher education.
Completely agree with you, sir. These are not only for challenges for the higher education, but to our whole education system. So we need to eradicate them as early as possible, and we hope that you and us, like the young generation and your generation, we both will work hand in hand to do the same. Moving ahead, sir, I would like to come to the ending part of our interview. So I would like to take any suggestion, guidance you would like to give to our current youth and aspiring students. Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, before giving any suggestion, okay, just what is the vision for the next 10 years? I will explain. Okay, so turning our institute, Vasireddy Venkatadri Institute of Technology, into a center of excellence for online education. We want to make our research, we want to make our college as a research hub for artificial intelligence, robotics, and other emerging technologies like IoT, blockchain, cybersecurity, cloud. Okay. We want to transform our institute into a deemed to be university status and launching an international standard software consultancy and development center at our institute. So this is how we look for the next 10 years. And my suggestions for the student fraternity are, okay, work hard. This is the first suggestion. And you must be a continuous learner. You must be a lifelong learner. So with these two, not only in this age, okay, you will be successful in other areas also, or later also. Okay, these are the suggestions I want to give to the student community.
I completely appreciate your vision about your institution, like the way you are looking forward in the 10 years, like IoT, you have to become, like you wish VI to become and research hub for the whole India, not only for the Andhra Pradesh, but for the whole India. And I truly believe that, sir, that with leadership like yours, this will surely happen within like coming years. And as far as your suggestions go to the students, work hard and be a learner, be a student for your whole life. These two things will definitely we will keep in our mind, and we will try to work on your suggestions, and we will try to follow them, sir. From College Dunia side, I would like to express my gratitude towards you for giving your time and to explaining things in such a detailed and elaborate way. I hope that this interview will inspire millions of students, those who are visiting our site, those who will watch this video for coming ages, for coming days on our YouTube channel, and to be part of VVIT and to learn all the suggestions that you have given to the students fraternity and even to the coming teachers or the coming future generations, those who will be associated with the education sector overall. Thank you so much for your time, sir. I will.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, College Dunia, for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, we hope that. Yeah, we still hope that we will be connected in the future also. Like whenever we will be visiting Andhra Pradesh and all those things. So let's keep in touch and let's try to like grow this education sector with our best ability. Thank you so much, sir.